Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are outside. It is a beautiful day here in Portland, so I figured why not grab the cameras, come outside, and film today's video. We are talking all about my wheelchair in today's video because I get so many questions of how do I drive my chair? How does it work? As someone with my level of disability that has no movement in my hands or arms, I get a lot of questions, so let's jump into it. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is how I drive my chair. Funny enough, so many people stop me on the street, on the bus, in school, wherever, and the first thing they ask me is, do you drive that chair with your mind? And I'm always very confused at why someone would think that that was the way I drove my chair at a first glance, but I can understand because I don't move my hands or my arms. I probably look like I'm just zooming down the road with no movement. And so I wanted to talk about it, and the way I drive my chair is really simple. As you can see, I have a headrest behind me, and all of the sensors are built into the headrest. So there's a sensor on my left, right, and on the back, and that's really how I drive my chair. I pretty much touch one sensor to go left, the other one to go right, and if I want to go forward, I hold my head back. If I want to go backwards, I tap it and then hold my head back again. And as you can see in this video, it's really quite simple once you get the hang of it. Now I will say, when I was first in rehab learning to drive my chair, I spent so many times in my hospital room crying because I never thought that I would get the hang of driving a chair like this. So I guess when you first start, it is pretty complicated, but it's been 14 years. I have the hang of it, and I really do it without even thinking. And yeah, it's really quite that simple. So now that I've covered how I drive my chair with my headrest, I wanted to continue talking about the headrest because that is pretty much how I control all of the different modes. And I will pop up a clip right now of the screen on my chair, which is basically like the brain of the whole thing. And I control that with my headrest as well. I just tap through different motions and right or left click to choose that motion and then to activate that switch. And with a little practice, it becomes like second nature. So going from there, let's talk about a few different features my chair has. One of the best ones that is actually really new to me, I have had 3 chairs since I have been injured over the 14 years, and this is the very first chair that has headlights. You would think that that should just be standard and everyone should, have headlights on their chair because it's such a safety issue, but insurance does not cover that. I had to pay extra out of pocket for the headlights, and let me tell you, they are a game changer. When I am out at night and it's pitch black, I am so thankful I have these headlights because I have been stopped so many times in my previous chairs that did not have headlights because cars simply could not see me. I was basically pitch black to them, and there have been so many times that I have come really close to getting hit by a car. So I think it is absolutely atrocious that insurance companies do not put lights on every chair, but nonetheless, let's move on. Another function that is also new to me, but I absolutely love, is the seat elevator, which I will pop up another clip of how it works. But basically, as you can see, it raises my chair up and it goes up about a foot, which makes a huge difference for multiple reasons. One of those is if I am out and I have to sit somewhere that is bar height, I am able to raise my chair up so that I can sit there, access the bar in front of me, whether that's for eating, drinking, hanging out with friends. The list goes on, but this is another function that I had to pay for, but is well worth it and I absolutely love. Moving on, another function of my chair that is really important, especially to someone with my level of disability, is the reclining function of my chair. I have another clip for you here. So basically what it does is it allows me to tilt my chair all the way back, and this is helpful because it takes pressure off of my butt. And all of you able-bodied people are probably wondering, why is that important? Well, you guys shift your weight without you even really noticing. Like if you're sitting at a table or something, you guys are shifting your weight all the time, and that takes pressure off of certain bony parts of your butt. Well, I cannot do that, and so leaning my chair back allows me to relieve that pressure. What that does is make sure that I do not acquire pressure sores. I have had a few of them in the past and they are nothing nice. But this function really helps, take away the chances of that. And this is a function that insurance actually does cover for someone with my level of injury. And that is because it is a health risk in their eyes. I beg to differ that so is lights and other things, but in their eyes, they at least cover this one. And, it is a required function, and let's move on. But keeping in the same realm as like tilting and stuff, my chair allows me to tilt just my backrest back. That is really helpful if I am sitting up too high or I'm like leaning back too far. It also allows me to put my feet up, and that's really helpful with swelling. I tend to swell in my ankles from sitting all day, so that is also very, very helpful. Another thing I get a lot of questions about is the bar on my headrest, and that actually holds my cell phone, which I use with my nose. I will pop up a clip right here. It is actually very simple. I've been doing it now for 14 years, but that's what the bar is for. A lot of people also think I drive my chair with my phone, yada, yada, yada. It's just so that I can use my phone. So these are some of the main functions I wanted to share about my wheelchair. A lot of people ask how fast it can go. It can go about 6 miles an hour. That probably doesn't sound like much to you guys, but when you're sitting in the chair, it is really fast. You feel like you're flying down the highway. But yeah, so I just wanted to share a little knowledge about my wheelchair. A lot of people have been curious. A new wheelchair costs about $60,000, which is mind-boggling. Thank God for insurance. But if you enjoy my content, make sure that you guys have that bell icon turned on so that you get notified every single time I upload a video. Hit that thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel a lot. Also, if you wouldn't mind, go follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description below. I will see you guys next week. I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.